Bologna fans get a first look at their side in 2025. The Rossoblu enjoyed a positive first half of the campaign under Vincenzo Italiano and will be hoping to make it 4 wins in 4 versus a resurgent Roma led by the vastly experienced Claudio Ranieri. The Giallorossi are on the up, however, after winning the Derby della Capitale 2-0 against their bitter rivals Lazio. What a match we have in prospect here at the Renato Dell'Ara Game Week 20 in Serie A in Relive. Well, let's give you some team news then. We'll start with the home side at Bologna. Their fans get a first look at them here in this new year, 2025, and this is how they line up. They've got 3 changes. Ferguson's in for the suspended Pobega, and Doi comes in for Fabian, and Dallinga starts ahead of Santiago Castro. Well, let's have a little look at the Roma side then. They are unchanged from the one which won the bragging rights in the derby. In fact, Ranieri has only made 2 changes to his sides over the last 3 games. The experienced coach presumably knows now his strongest 11. Once called the Tinkerman, he's tinkering no more to his lineups. There will be a minute's silence, remembering Fabio Cudicini, the Italian goalkeeper who sadly lost his life earlier on this week. Very well-respected minute silence there for a goalkeeper who gave a lot to the Italian game, made nearly 200 appearances for AC Milan. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family during this tough time. We're off and underway. It's Roma to kick us off here in their change strip of white shirts. Bologna with their blue and red home jersey. Saelemaekers, early touch for him. Be an emotional evening for him. He spent last season on loan here at Bologna. Scored 4 goals, made 30 appearances. He was a real fan favourite. Here's Odegaard. Decent ball in towards Dominguez. Header on target from Dallinga. Roma were waiting for a flag that never came. Odegaard clearly in an offside position there. Lovely touch from Dominguez, already a fan favourite here in Bologna. He's scrapping well. Great play from Dominguez into the area. Might fall for Odegaard. Takes a touch off Ndika, out for a corner. This is Remo Freuler. Space for Hon to pick out a cross. Well blocked by Angelino. Dallinga, a little bit of space for the Dutch forward, Dallinga. Miles Vilar makes the first save of the game. He was alert at his near post. Some lacklustre defending from a Roma point of view, allowing Dallinga that amount of space. Roma temporarily camped inside their own half here. They have been a counter-attacking team so far this season. That's a dangerous ball towards the front post. Easy in the end for Svilar. It's patient play from Bologna. Can they step it up a gear? Can they test Miles Vilar in the Roma goal? Lovely flick there from Freuler. Dallinga not quite on the same wavelength, but that's better. Saelemaekers draws the foul. The referee plays a good advantage. It's well done there from referee Abisso. Dybala. Roma, a rare moment of attack for them. It's been all Bologna in the opening half hour. Paredes. Nicely done towards Dovbyk. Great defending right at the back. The last line of defence was Sam Berkema. Dovbyk can be such a handful in those kinds of situations. It was an audacious cross in from Paredes. Good touch, a lucky touch for Dovbyk off Lukumi. Pellegrini to take the corner here for Roma. It's a low delivery. Gets as far as Paulo Dybala. Thought about the shot. Dybala. Eventually it is struck. Well saved by Skorupski. Well, it was Paredes' shot that was blocked by the Polish goalkeeper. It came back out to Artem Dovbyk. And he's made a double save there to keep things level. This evening for Bologna, they can dictate the match as much as they want. They can have as much possession as they like. But Roma have the quality to really get at them. And in a rare moment of attack, Roma almost took the lead. But for a great save, a point-blank save from Lukas Skorupski. It's been gifted back to Saelemaekers now. Artem Dovbyk through to Paulo Dybala. Big moment this. Paulo Dybala over the top. That is a huge chance late on in this first half. Bologna playing their way into danger. Dovbyk onto Dybala, the two Ds combining. And Paulo Dybala on his weaker side. Showed zero composure in front of goal. Freuler keeps it alive. Ferguson. Here is Ndoye. Dan Ndoye goes for goal. It's a daisy cutter of a shot, never going to trouble Miles Vilar. Now Holm. We're into the dying embers of this first half. How big a goal could come now? At this time, psychologically, more than anything, Ferguson. Holm. Can Dominguez keep it alive? Yes, he can. He's done really well. Benjamin Dominguez. He goes for goal. He spotted a little tiny space between the post and Svilar. Tried to bend it in at the near post, but not to be. And that'll do it for the first half. Well, it's a first half yet to ignite. That's for sure. Paulo Dybala arguably had the best chance of the half, but he spurned it. A right-footed drive above Skorupski's goal. Thijs Dallinga went close, and then right at the end, Benjamin Dominguez had a chance that scared Miles Vilar at the near post. But still, no goals in this one. Much to ponder for both Italiano and Ranieri. We go in at Bologna 0, Roma 0. Welcome back to the Stadio Renato Dall'Ara, where it is all to play for between Bologna and Roma. The two sides went in at 0-0. It was a first half of a few chances. Paulo Dybala coming the closest for the visitors, and Thijs Dallinga forcing Miles Vilar into a fine save early on. But still lots to do for both of these two sides if they're going to bring home the valuable 3 points. Remember, in Serie A this season, if two teams finish on level points, we're off and underway in the second half. Bologna against Roma in match day 20 of Serie A any live. No substitutions to tell you about, so it is quite literally as we were. Freuler. Odegaard gets the right side of his man, and Hummels is there to sweep up. Dybala. So good at winning fouls in those kinds of positions, Paulo Dybala. Really soft are the words that Ferguson gives to Rosario Abisso, tonight's official. I'm not sure if he understood them, but it is a free kick to the away side. Paredes with the ball in for Roma. That's a decent delivery. Punch clear by Skorupski. Manu Kone hits it. Always going wide. Well, he scored some beauties already this season, Manu Kone, in a Roma shirt. His eyes lit up there as the ball dropped to him, hit it on the half volley. Didn't catch it particularly cleanly. Bologna have it on the far side here. Away by Mancini, Kone tussling with Ndoye. The Swiss international prevails, Ndoye. Easy in the end for Svilar. And now it's Bologna at the big boy table in the UEFA Champions League. Holm. Now Ndoye. Pressure piling here for Roma. Strike towards goal, easy for Svilar. Remo Freuler fancied his chances from that distance. Doesn't score too many, Remo Freuler. Tried to bend it beyond Svilar, but it was easy for the goalkeeper. That's a nice ball from Pellegrini to release Kone. When Roma get forward, they do play some scintillating stuff. This is Saelemaekers! A huge goal in the race for Europe. Roma lead, and it's more painful for the Rosso-Blu, as it's Alexis Saelemaekers who punishes the side he represented last season. 4 in 6 for the in-form Belgian. No celebration back at the Renato Dallara, but he'll be jumping for joy inside. A man completely reborn under Claudio Ranieri. He didn't have too much on Saelemaekers, and with his weaker foot decided to strike with the left. Skorupski really should have done better, but it's found a way through. And we said earlier on in this second half, a goal is what's needed to ignite this match, and that's what's been given to us through Alexis Saelemaekers. Well, for all the endeavour, for all the possession and chances that Bologna have created, they haven't managed to hit the back of the net. Roma have had one big chance and taken it. It might get worse here for Bologna. Artem Dovbyk on his left. Berkema blocks it. Here goes Dominguez wriggling clear of Paredes. Here goes Dominguez. Ndoye to his right. And Odegaard on the overlap. It might fall here. Immediate response, and it's found a way through. Dallinga. He struggled to find his feet after a big money move. But he'll be hoping 2025 will bring more luck for him in a Bologna shirt. Just the second goal for him this campaign, and it's a huge one. Once again, it's down to the composure and energy of this young man, Benjamin Dominguez, who started the counter-attack. Dan Ndoye played his part. Odegaard, selfless. And Mile Svilar, after seeing Skorupski with a howler down one end, hasn't covered himself in glory either. Dallinga with a huge goal for him personally, but a huge goal for the club he represents. Bologna back on terms. Corner comes in, Berkema underneath it, so too Emil Holm. Odegaard is screaming for a penalty. And that's exactly what the referee's given. There was some pushing and shoving as the corner came in from the far side. Lorenzo Pellegrini, the offender, he's rugby tackled Odegaard to the ground, and he's left the referee with no choice. Well, a dramatic 5 minutes in which Alexis Saelemaekers gave Roma the lead against his old side. Dallinga equalising almost instantaneously. And before you could catch your breath, Bologna have a chance to edge in front. Lewis Ferguson, the Bologna captain, is handed the responsibility. He's never taken a penalty in Serie A. This is first. And he tucks it away. The Scot is back. It's been a tough last few seasons for Lewis Ferguson. And look what it means to his teammates as they come to embrace him. Bologna complete the turnaround, 2-1. A frantic few minutes in which Roma took the lead, but Bologna and their character coming to the fore. They didn't let that setback affect them. Dallinga's equaliser followed shortly by the penalty kick by Lewis Ferguson, sending Svilar the wrong way. Dybala. Clear by Odegaard. break on here for Bologna. Dominguez leaves it for Orsolini. There's a man over, can they get it right? Riccardo Orsolini, still going Orsolini. Well, Freuler was demanding the ball was squared. Orsolini went alone. In the end, it was easy for Svilar. Orsolini taking on Angelino. Holm thought about the strike. Patient play here. Odgaard! Fine save from Svilar. That one might be the best one yet. He's been outstanding, Jens Odgaard, for Bologna. Picking up the ball, driving towards goal. So much power with that left foot. Roma substitutions are plenty. El Shaarawy, Celik and Pisili coming on. Pellegrini, Paredes and Hummels to make way. Thijs Dallinga, who's played well, he got Bologna back on terms to make it 1-1, to give them a foothold in the game, and he comes off for Santiago Castro. Angelino, Baldanzi, now Zalewski, wonderfully played by the two substitutes. Baldanzi, danger here for Bologna. Baldanzi goes down. Well, there was a shove there from Remo Freuler. So two substitutions coming up for the home side. Samuel Illing Jr. joining the fray, as well as Austrian international Stefan Posch. Another scintillating performance from this young man, Benjamin Dominguez. And another player who needs special recognition, Emil Holm, fought his way into the side. That right-back berth undeniably his now. Stefan Posch coming on to see this out. Well, Ferguson got his head to it, but at the expense of a corner. Just over 60 seconds left here at the Renato Dell'Ara. Bologna holding on to this valuable one-goal advantage. We're into the 94th minute, last chance saloon for Roma. Ndika, did that strike the arm? Ndika towards goal from Mancini. They're claiming a handball. Well, Gianluca Mancini, who's yet to score a Serie A goal away from the Stadio Olimpico, almost came close to an equaliser. Did that strike the arm there of Castro? But the referee is going to have a look at it on the pitch side monitor, which normally means one thing. John Lukumi is booked for something he said to the referee. Well, the referee only needs one look at it, and he's made his decision. And that decision is a spot kick for Roma. A controversial end here at the Renato Dell'Ara. Roma have the chance to rescue a point. A huge moment in the race for Europe. Artem Dovbyk scores for Roma. A point salvaged for the Giallorossi. In controversial circumstances, the Ukrainian proves that he's big enough. And that is the last kick of the game. I'm sure that's not the end we'll hear of it. Nothing to separate these two sides, who are still scrambling to prove their worth at the big boys table in Serie A. In truth, it was a chance missed for Bologna to open up a gap on Milan. Another decent point on the road for Ranieri's Giallorossi, but none of that tells the story. Artem Dovbyk with a cool and calm penalty right at the death. Ranieri's side just don't know when they're beaten. They've shown that grit and determination once again. That's all we've got time for here from the Renato Dell'Ara. I'll leave you with the final score, where it's finished. Bologna 2, Roma 2.